you mean with all the stuff that's going on in like Ferguson, you know what I'm saying? Like it's still racial tension across the states, man, like wherever you go, be it north, be it south. So it's always confusing when people are always projecting these statements towards like the southerner, you know?
I'll even go to say, you know, that it's not just the southern, like our problem is not just southern. Like you're looking at what's going on in New York, the NYPD and stop and frisk, and then the LAPD, you know what I'm saying, with the it's national. It's not just a southern thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a bit of an idealist, you know what I'm saying? So I wish, I aspire for a post-racial place, you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like that's possible because nobody wants to have that conversation. Like, it's so uncomfortable. Like, when you bring that up about racism, like, people are like, you know, that was so long ago, it wasn't. You know, like, why do we have to talk about it, you know?
Because it was like, last week, nigga.
Yeah, like, it's now. Like, it's literally now, you know? So, if there's not a conversation, you know what I'm saying? I'm about, if there's not talking, there's going to be action.
Yeah.
And I would much rather there be talking than action.
Yeah.
My granddaddy, you know what I'm saying? I love him to death, you know what I'm saying? One of my best friends on the coast was a white girl. And it kind of ate him up. Like, I asked him one day, he was like, you know what I'm saying, you with a white girl, like, y'all hanging out like it's all good. I was like, what do you mean it is all good? He's like, well, you know, when I was your age, I couldn't look at white girls. Like, I couldn't sit where I wanted to sit. I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat. I was called boy by motherfuckers who was 10 years younger than me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit is still fresh for our generation. People who are still on this planet now.
Yeah, that shit fresh.
And then, but now think about this though, you know what I'm saying? Not only are the people who are oppressed still alive, but the people who are oppressing are still alive. And they're in control. They run shit. They own shit. They like, these are their businesses. This is their land. This is their NBA team. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
yeah, this shit is fresh as fuck.
Like, it don't matter. It's like places, North and South Alabama, that I won't stop. Like, I'll run out of gas and sit in my car before, like, I'm gonna stop at this gas station and go use the bathroom, my nigga. Like, that is just, like, because it's still dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And then I say that, you know what I'm saying? I've been around some civil races, you know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily will take your life, but like, you got a lot to overcome, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize it while I stayed there, but my uncle, you know what I'm saying, he was over black studies at Stanford. And when I was out of Mississippi State, he was like, oh, where you staying? I was like, I stay in the Highlands. He was like, oh, okay, cool. What's the Highlands plantation? And I didn't think nothing of it at the time. I was like, cool. He was like, oh, so you stay on a plantation? I was like, yeah, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Conversation kind of blew up. He was like, what you doing tonight? I was like, we finna go to the Cotton District. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the bars are.
Gotta
you know
think where it's at. Like, think what you're saying.
The Cotton District.
Think what you're saying.
But I didn't think that at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get wasted.
It's
you know
just
what I'm saying?
naive like a motherfucker.
But yeah, young, naive, but it's the like all of these things that are like subconsciously like
They conditioning
kinda
you
slap,
like that.
Yeah, man.
Like,
yeah, man.
You're black, you're standing on a plantation, and you're going to the cotton, quote unquote, the cotton field to jig. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, for lack of better word, that's how, from their perspective, that's how they looking at it. But they're not going, you know what I'm saying? They kind of putting that bullshit in the applesauce as a party. But look, why would you name it that if it didn't have that significance
you know
behind it?
And I'll say there's a lot of Southern pride. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because there is a lot of our history. It was so intertwined with racism.
Yeah.
Like, it's not all racist. So I will say in our defense that, you know what I'm saying, Mississippi, like, that was the cash crop. It's just that
it's the moneymaker.
How they got the cash crop was
fucked up.
Fucked up through slavery, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but Nick, they're proud of that Dixie yell. You know what I'm saying? They're proud of that, like, that cotton background.
It's like a bittersweet thing, cause like where they show pride and they're yelling, it's like, bitch, when you yelling for your whatever, nigga, that's pain blood.
Absolutely.
That's nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know, I genuinely feel that this is the generation that can kind of like build that momentum and tip that over. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I just had a conversation with my granddaddy today, and one of my mentors told me, like, he's not in the business of changing anybody's mind over the age of 40. Like, you can't. But what you can do is influence the motherfuckers who are coming up. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers who are still trying to figure shit out, you can guide them.